Okay, so we left off at Unemployed in Greenland. It opened up a path to River of Fears to the west and Storm Valley to the east. We'll have to go through both, even though the final boss is actually to the mountains on the left. We'll have to do both to get enough experience and pick up enough items. I like to do a couple levels to the left and then kind of backtrack and do to the right. So I'm going to do River of Fears now. This is one of the main forest levels, I guess. If you ever played the Ferazel demo, this is what was included after the first mission, A Scent of Peril, in the demo. It showcases a lot of things about the game. And it's also a pretty fun level. I'm just checking trees, making sure there's... I don't think there's anything above there. Ah, there's something else. Okay, so here's a water droplet. We're going to need it to walk across this water, otherwise we sink into this water. But we need it to be able to jump up to this far and get this mind crystal to improve our magic. There we go, okay. Now we can swim the rest, so I'm not worried about using it now. There we go. So one thing about this is the parallax scrolling. So you notice the background is actually moving to make it look like we're on a river. It's a very neat effect that is made possible by this parallax scrolling that the game supports. Basically, it has different background layers, and they move at different speeds relative to the character on the screen. So I'm moving back and forth, and you can see you get this very nice 3D effect. It's one of the very neat elements of this game. So it just looks like you're jumping into a river, and you get this cross-sectional view. And this level has a lot of underwater activities, I suppose, because you have to pick up a lot of secrets and find a lot of Zycrons and also kill a lot of enemies. So if you want to get 100% of the enemy kill, we're going to have to kill those fish. Some don't do any damage, some attack, but spells don't work underwater, so we're going to have to use the knife. It's a little bit of a tricky way to do it, but they only take one hit, so you can sometimes just come up behind them and get them. Okay, I don't think there were any crystals or rocks for me to use here. I'll kill this fish. So by the time I'm done, we'll have killed as many fish in this river as we can find, plus any other villains. Just gonna stay afloat in this air pocket for a second. So these fish that have a closed mouth, they actually can't hurt you at all, but they still count, so you have to kill them if you want full credit, the best score. Okay, so before we go too much further underground, I think we should do some of the above ground part. Again, Eric Spear did the music for this, and pretty much every level has its own music. I wonder if my money is still down here, or if it's just gone. I guess it's gone. Did I get everything from up there? I guess so. Okay, there's definitely rock throwers overhead. I'm going to check this tree really fast, if I can get into it. I don't think I can actually reach up there. So one thing that I use, if you hold shift while you walk, you actually get a running effect. And if you jump while you're running, you get a further higher jump with the run jump. So you can use that oftentimes if you find yourself unable to reach something. Let's go ahead and kill this guy while we have invulnerability. Let's save. So I call this level 7 because I always do it after Unemployed in Greenland. Okay, so this is a case where we actually need to move this rock if we want to be able to get through that door. Ah, this is a pretty tough troll. Good thing to have invulnerability for that. Okay, let's kill these fishes. Unfortunately, it looks like the slime ended up under here, so we're going to have to kill him in the water, which is not easy to do. There we go. There we go. Boy, I need some regeneration. These guys are harmless. This guy, let's just kill him. He's turned the other way. I think this is pretty close to the halfway point of this level. Let's save our progress there. Yeah, this is about the halfway point. Things get a little bit tougher now because the bottom has dropped out on the river. So it's deeper here, I guess. But it means we can die if we're not careful. Yeah, so that coin is gone. Is there another fish over here? Yep. Yeah, the swimming, the background scrolling, it's all very well done here. There we go. Got a third red Zycron. Okay, so we got a key that we probably need. That's what I mean about there's a lot of stuff underwater, because you actually do have to go underwater to pick up some of the items that you need. So there's like an above ground and a below ground component. No, I don't want you to escape the water. There we go, that was shallow enough that he faded away. I guess I have to go back up on the other side. Okay, haven't been in there yet. There's anything to do up there. This is very tricky. You don't want to float too long down there because you will get killed. Oh, see, I just let myself get oxygen starved there. Need to pay attention to everything going on here. Oh, okay, we still need to go over there, don't we? So unlike the kind of acid blob type creatures that seem to be able to survive underwater, most of these other ones actually do drown if they get submerged. Seems like the troll corpses don't necessarily stay underwater either. Let's this guy. Okay, nothing up there. Oh, another one. Here we go. This is one of the doors we saw from earlier. Ah, okay. So we needed the silver key from underwater to open this door, which will let us lift a gate. I'm pretty sure it's actually the end of level gate, because if we go just a tiny bit further, we're going to see a gate lift, and it should be the one for the end of the level. Which would be about the right length. I think most of these levels are 15-20 minutes worth of content. No way to pick up that stuff. just get all of these. For some reason I'm having the hardest time killing the ones that can't hurt me. Yeah. So this is actually the end of level gate here. Oh, of course he's going to end up in the water. Weird graphics glitch. Yeah, so that gate actually got lifted when I moved that stone. I don't think he can jump up behind us, so we'll just kill him. So the end of the level is now open. Let's see if there's anything up here. Nope. Okay, a lot more bad guys to kill. Oh yeah, we still didn't go up with those cannons yet, so we'll have to do that too. And there's a save up there I think that we'll use. In fact, before we do that, let's go ahead and kill this knife thrower down here. So he should suffocate. Yeah, so I guess the troll corpses decay in the water, but not the goblin. Okay, nothing else here. We'll go use that save in a moment. Here we go. Okay, so remember earlier in Central Caverns, the entrance to Western Reaches, down below the water, there was that area that had a sign that said Dimbo's Secret Stash. And we went ahead and took the money because we can give it back later. But this guy sitting over here, well, it's going to be revealed. His name is Nimbo. Yeah, so he says, "Thief, scoundrel, I can tell just by looking at you that your purse is fat with misappropriated coinage. Return it forthwith." So I'm going to go ahead and give him the money, so he'll talk to me. Very well, here you go. Thank you, you're forgiven. I need this money to help search for my poor, kidnapped brother Dimbo, captured when the dwellings here were ransacked by the Minotraki. So the secret stash down there, actually I can't remember if it was Dimbo or Nimbo's money. It might have been Nimbo's. But yeah, if you don't take it, basically he just starts off by telling you about his brother Dimbo, who's been kidnapped. If you do, he tells you you've taken it and you can give it back. If you say no, I think the dialogue just ends and you have to come back. I was able to escape, but poor Dimbo, bless him, isn't the brightest pepper in the pot. He simply bumbled around until they snared him with their terrible, chitinous claws. Oh, woe, woe, poor Dimbo, imprisoned by the heartless Minotraki. Will I ever see him again? Do let me know if you find him, won't you? Yeah, so this character, Nimbo, all he does is tell you about his missing brother, Dimbo. Why, hello, my fine young fellow. What a lovely cloak that is. Is it hand-stitched? Don't tell me. You must be one of those charming habnabit folk. Ah, yeah, this is the standard greeting you get after you don't have his money. And you notice I lost a few hundred. I went from 1,000 to like 784. I am indeed. Who might you be? Did I not introduce myself? Truly my manners have slipped. My name is Nimbo. Welcome to my hearth and home. I've made it my own since the previous residents were tragically driven out. The Minotraki are responsible for that, of course, but what aren't they responsible for? They are naught but pure evil. That was about the time I lost my brother Dimbo. He was captured when the dwellings here were ransacked. A dark day that was indeed. I was able to escape, but poor Dimbo. Yep, so we've seen this before. Let me know if you'll find him. Yeah, so that's all he does. So basically, at some point in a later mission, we're going to try to find Dimbo, and when you return him, he'll end up sitting in this cave too, and you'll get a reward for it, I guess. But yeah, if you've taken Nimbo's money, he doesn't introduce himself, you just have to give it to him. Until you do, every time you say no, he won't talk to you. But once you give it to him, he tells you about his brother, and then after that, you can get the standard greeting. And all he does is sit here asking if you found him. So there's not a whole lot of interaction in this game, it is mostly play. But they're kind of interesting characters, I guess. It gives you a small side quest. Alright, let's see if we can't deal with this guy now. Alright, I'm going to save here. This should be the last save for this level. Okay, so we got 100% everything. We finished up the level. And actually, right after that, we open up the boss for the first Forest World, which is the Goblin Chief. So we will do that next.